Hello YouTube, this is the Bucket coming at you today with a range review on the Walther PDP 5-inch. That is the full size. It's so full size they're gonna even put it on the frame. This is a steel slide, steel barrel on some of the lightest plastic that you will ever find. I went ahead and I took this gun out to the range. I actually took it out 2 times. And when I took it out to the range, I was super excited about this pistol and this pistol, which I'm going to have a review on this, which is the Zastava M88A. This is an all metal gun. This is a polymer wonder. This is a single action. This is a striker fire. This gun, it felt great in the hand when I got it. I actually shot it at the range the day that I got it. Threw a little bit of oil on that slide, and we took a little shooting going on. And I actually shot this gun first. And, you know, sometimes when you're shooting, sometimes you're the cat and sometimes you're the litter box. And when I shot that Zastava, that's not a good group, because those are supposed to be like that way, and they're supposed to be all right here at this one. So I was a little nervous that today I might be the litter box. So with some kind of frustration, I went ahead and I loaded this 18+1 magazine up with 5 rounds and at 10 yards. I went ahead and I shot 5 shots, and I was amazed. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all in probably a 2-inch group, maybe a little bit longer with that fella right there. That's the first 5 shots that I shot with this particular firearm, and I am not a bullseye shooter. I'm just a guy that likes to shoot. I'm happy with a 6-inch, you know, anything within 6-inch. I like to be able to get to them quick, and I was really happy with that. Now, when I go out to the gun range, I will take the first 5 to bring to you guys here on the YouTube, but then I go ahead and I take some practice shots. And that's about 30 rounds of 9mm on this body size target. And you can see they're all right there, all right where you want to be. I know you're asking about those little fellas. Don't worry about those little fellas. But again, this was just a lot of fun to shoot, and this warms me up, gets me to understand the sights a little bit better. And this is a good, tight group. Once I'm done with that, I went ahead and I took another run at it with the final 5 on this. You have 1 flyer down here, and everything's within that 3-inch group. And it's so much to the point that these 3 bullets look like one big hole, and that 4th one you can see down there a little bit. This gun, because of the extra sight picture, because of the 5 inches, because of the amazing 5.6 pound trigger on this gun, it's just accurate. And then you put it in your hand and you're just like, man, it feels good. It's a natural pointer. It's not misweighted. You know, I've shot a Glock 34 before, and I think they're misweighted. I just don't like them. And this particular firearm here, this is just a winner. And I went home and I called up the Goat Whisperer. I called up the UGD and said, hey man, this Walther PDP, it's a game changer. It is a great gun. You're going to love to shoot it. And me and the UGD, we're best buds. We get along. We're doing the gun thing together. And a lot of times one of us will get excited and the other one won't. So we kind of always take it with a little grain of salt. So we went out to the Goat Whisperer's ranch, and I just, I made sure that he knew that this puppy was empty. And I said, you're going to have to give this a runner. And the UGD shot some bullets with it, and he was super, super impressed. I went ahead and I gave it to the Goat Whisperer. He could not believe how good this gun felt in the hand, how good it shot. But I will tell you, that trigger is almost dangerous. He did a double tap unintentionally because on his first 5 or 10 rounds, because that trigger was just so light. So if you're going to go ahead and pick up this pistol, that's going to be something you're going to keep an eye on. I don't think it's a deal breaker at all. If anything, I think it makes it a better gun. But I'm going to warn anybody that's going to go out there, if you're really thinking about carrying it against what Walther says, you need to put some range time in on this gun, because that trigger is going to take some getting used to. Now, I just love the controls. I love where they're at after shooting it. The aggressive texture. These are just big, deep cuts on those slide serrations. Don't cut in. They've done a little bit of texturing on it. The finish is, you know, what you would kind of expect from a gun nowadays. It's just a good gun. I just enjoy it. Tell everybody I'm a believer in the PDP. I liked the PPQ. I thought it was an amazing firearm, but what they've done to just kind of modernize it, this grip texture, while it's aggressive the first time you put it in your hands, I will tell you it is not hard on the hands when you're shooting it. It's a tack driver. It's just so much fun to shoot. So if you're thinking about getting a PDP, the full size, while it's not for everybody, is great for what it is and what it's designed to do. Now, I've been kind of talking to you. This Zastava, it's a good gun, but it does not have the accuracy of this particular PDP. I've already given you the first impressions, but I want to kind of give you guys a little bit of a preview. I'm going to go ahead and take this the Swamp Fox Kingslayer red dot. That's going to go right on here. I'm going to do a video on mounting that red dot. I'm going to do a video on what I think about this particular red dot right here. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button. Comments are always appreciated. Shares are awesome. It's a slow process, and we're just getting more users every single day. But if you could go ahead and push that out to more of your friends, that would be greatly appreciated. And as always, you stay classy, YouTube. Little baby bucket, do you want to live in California?
No.
Why?
Because I'm not a compliment.